Okay, today's topic is about disinformation. So, if you've got information about something, mm, that's like data or data. And, if you put in 2 plus 2 equals 4, then a mathematician would say, well, that is correct. If you put in 2 plus 2 equals 5, the mathematicians would say that is incorrect. If you said 2 plus 2 equals 4.000000001, the physicist would say um, within a margin of error or plus or minus a certain amount. They use error as in, a range of freedom around what the actual truth is. If you say 2 plus 2 equals 5, the physicist would say that's a mistake, not an error. So error is helping you target in what a truthful number is, where a mistake is, wrong. It's not error, it's a mistake. If you're using addition to do a subtraction problem, then it's a mistake. So when it comes to information and disinformation, information is like, your raw data that comes in. So, it's like somebody's a videographer and they've got 20 minutes of video and they've got 2 minutes that they have to squeeze it all into. So they got to edit out a lot of stuff. So when you're considering disinformation, it is usually considered to be information that is wrong on purpose to discredit true information for the benefit of those people where the true information would show that their wrongdoing is going on. So, if there's wrongdoing going on, should you overlook it? No. You should point out this is wrongdoing. But if the people who are wrongdoers have got disinformation going on, they might be laughing at you. You're showing that they're doing something wrong and they're laughing at you, or they created a comedy show and they're basically discrediting you, character assassination. And so what does that mean? I mean, is the comedy itself more important, the comedy, in other words, this disinformation comedy show, than the fact someone has got wrongdoing going on? What is wrongdoing? It's perhaps difficult because it depends upon your possible abilities to. Well, I've got possibilities like in my blanks when you're doing a fill in the blank job, and this is a fill in the blank job. So I've got possibilities that I can throw in the fill in the blank. Why don't I do that? It's so you can put your own fill in the blanks in there. Why do I bother even talking if I'm not going to give you my opinion? Um, I think I'm really stupid. I'm really stupid because I'm having a very hard time with this information and disinformation. I'm having a very hard time. Why am I having such a hard time with it? Well, I mean, if there's a global plot to poison the whole planet and make it uninhabitable, and then there's people laughing about it, so no one does anything about it, and the world ends. Well, we had, 5 minutes of disinformation comedy, and then there's nothing left for future generations of people. So, was the 2 minutes of laughing worth, you know, extinction of the species? I mean, that's what I get from Howard Stern. I just watched a clip of Howard Stern, and his disinformation is laughing at all the whistleblowers. I mean, Howard Stern is paid, I can't tell you how many millions of dollars to do what he does, and he doesn't give a rat's ass about anyone else. He hasn't cut me a check. So that's what his doings are, is he basically throws mud at anyone who's whistleblowing. Is he doing us a service? Well, The Simpsons kind of does the same thing. They take real life issues, put them in cartoon form, and they make you laugh. So, I mean, I have to give you credit for that because, um, well, it does raise a certain amount of consciousness that, this is the conspiracy theory, and whether you believe it or not. He basically says, you know, I'm reminded of the Coldplay song. It's like something about, I can't remember the exact lyrics, but it was something about, I don't know where to draw the line. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, I've got 2 minutes left in my 10-minute video. So 2-minute warning. Okay, so what is your take home from this? Um, well, would you be upset if, they cut down the whole Amazon rainforest so they could turn it into desert? Would you be pleased with that? Would you laugh at that? Would you elect people who would cut down or allow the cutting down or profiteer from the cutting down of the Amazon rainforest? Is it a laughing matter? But if Howard Stern, throws mud at all the environmentalists and say they're all crazy and they're all, wearing tin hats, is it comedy or is it disinformation? And should we throw shit at Howard Stern or something? I hope you enjoy my talk on disinformation.